Good morning, you bunch of drunks.
Dateline 1983, New York Times. President Reagan taxing foreign motorcycles. The action was exceptional for protecting a single American company, the Harley-Davidson Motor Company of Milwaukee, the sole surviving American maker of motorcycles. We're delighted, said Vaughn Beals, the chairman. It will give us time that we might otherwise not have had to make manufacturing improvements and bring out new products. So that was where a tariff came in handy for Harley, which is now bitching about the President Trump proposed tariffs. I don't know why. They're busy outsourcing their IT department and closing plants and things like that. Something's got to give. Maybe they just think this is going to increase the prices, but talk to Skip Weber about whether or not that will. It doesn't. It won't increase the price of cars. Jeff, thank you for calling the show. How you doing?
Hey, pretty good, Jamie. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Love the show. Try to listen to
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to comment on your statement before the break about the Republicrats and just the politicians. Why do you think? I mean, essentially, they're selling out America, and I just want to know, why do you think that is? Because I've thought the same exact thing for years,
right?
And I just it blows my mind, really. I don't understand why they're. What do you think that they have to gain, or are they getting some type of roundabout kickback? Or I mean, what do you think?
Well, I'm so glad you asked that, because I think that we do kind of skip over the explanation as to why globalism and politicians who are globalists are negative for this country and how they benefit. Because I think we just kind of accept the fact that it's globalism and these guys are all, and we don't explain why. The multinational corporations benefit from globalism because they're able to make profits while shaving back their workforce. And that always increases your bottom line, and of course that increases the stock price, and that makes investors happy. And these investors and the multinational corporations happen to also fund campaigns. Specifically,
so it's basically the same old thing of them being in bed together, and
yes,
you get the money, and the American public gets screwed.
Absolutely, yeah. They're basically on the take. They're basically prostitutes for multinational corporations. And again, nothing wrong with multinational corporations or increasing your bottom line or making your investors happy. But the problem is the playing field has been so unlevel, and they've made it so that they really have just simply undercut the American worker in the process. But they still benefit. They still get paid off because these are the guys who fund the campaigns.
So it's short-term gain, or gain for some, with long-term devastating effects to the country, essentially.
Yeah, like for instance, Europe has a VAT tax, 21.6%. What do you think the percentage of the U.S. VAT tax is?
Yeah, I don't know that.
Zero. The U.S. doesn't have a VAT tax. They don't have any value-added taxes on imports at all. The U.S. does not, but every other country, 61 other countries do. And so there's no effort on anybody's part, it seems, in politics to hold our European partners in the global economy accountable. There are a lot of benefits to having a global economy, and we've seen many of those, whether it be Boeing able to sell its jets or those kinds of things. But if you're doing it by just simply gutting your workforce and turning on your American workforce, then that's just not the proper way to go.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Everybody. I thought that all this stuff with Trump would be over with after the election. It just seems like it's gotten worse. They just will not leave the man alone. He's not perfect, but I think that he's doing the right thing.
Yeah.
As far as the country, and with all the divisiveness and stuff, I was thinking earlier. I think that if the more people that get to work and are making money, that stuff will come down, because when people flourish, those types of things indirectly go away, I believe.
Yeah.
Because people are happy when they're making money and they're working,
Right. Jeff, I appreciate you, man. I'll explain more about that, too. I'm kind of up against a hard break here, so I'll explain more about that when we come back, or later on this morning, because I have Ed Henry on at 6:30, so maybe about 6:40 or 7:10, I'll explain more about why globalism and globalist politicians are negative for this country, because I don't think it's been adequately explained. And to your point, Jeff, I remember saying my biggest fear is not the Democrats who are getting in the way of President Trump, but the Republicans who don't want him to succeed.